It's out of here.
I don't know if we have the manpower for a bathroom break. The show just started.
Kale and I will banter.
We'll see how it goes. What's up, everyone? Welcome back into another episode of the DNVR show on the DNVR Nuggets Podcast.
DJ now.
Two of my bosses are still away. One is here to play. And Eric Wedum. Eric Sedum, international basketball analyst, Coach Reaper. Coach Firer, some are saying.
Well, we did have a guy from Serbia go into the comments and say specifically he does not think.
He's probably right.
You think?
I don't know if I find that funny or if I think it's funnier that he thought we were serious.
I know. I mean, come on. He was like, Eric, come on, man. I was like, yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on, guys. Listen, we think the graphic was serious,
That's something we call tongue in cheek.
Tongue in cheek.
Also, did I?
That's kind of what I'm not ruling it out.
Did I?
The quote graphic was pretty damning.
He doesn't know. We don't know. But we know we don't know. We know we don't know. You know what I mean?
Well said.
Thanks, bro.
That's Eric Wedum. I'm Brendan Vogt, and we're happy to talk Nuggets with you again today. If you joined us yesterday, we talked about ESPN's super secret 20-person scout executive coach poll.
Dude, God bless them. You got to appreciate the guys that are in the content game that know they're giving content to the content makers.
I mean, we laugh at it, but what would we do without it here on September 23rd?
It's an ecosystem, and ESPN is there to be angry. Like, you're supposed to be mad.
Right. when you're alleged, when you're at the, budget wise and everything, when you're at the top, your role kind of is to upset everyone else.
Yeah, dude. You're supposed to set the thing. You got to be the man that everyone can rebel against.
But you know what they didn't do yesterday?
What's that?
Upset us very much, because the Denver Nuggets came out pretty favorably in that poll. We talked a lot about it. Low
key, that's honestly a little disappointing. I think that we're fueled in our best. At our best, we're fueled by righteous indignation.
Agreed.
We've adapted the concept of it not, but really it's just about being righteously indignant. And they didn't really feed us. They didn't feed that.
No, now we've moved to the place where the Nuggets get high expectations and don't meet them.
Dude, this is what the Broncos are doing. Just say we suck, man. It's better when you say we suck. Or, what's even better? Don't mention us.
Well, we'll talk.
Keep your name out our mouth. Keep our name out your mouth.
Interesting framing. I do actually want to have that conversation with you. But let's start with what we're teasing here. ESPN continued with their annual offseason content, and the next installment after that survey is their top 100. Now, people laugh at us when we get upset about these lists. But man, there's actually, once again, not a lot to get upset about, Eric. In ESPN's top 100, several Nuggets make an appearance in the first half. And we'll start where they start, with Jonas Valanciunas at 87, Eric. And you'll see in last year's 2024 NBA rank here, he came in at 91. He moves up 4 spots.
Yeah.
And of course, joining the Denver Nuggets, where he has an opportunity to really make an impact, help them win a title, which is a big deal. He is higher than some players like Andrew Wiggins, Naz Reid, Eric, former 6th man of the year, a guy who's hurt the Nuggets in the past. We've always talked about how cool it would be if the Nuggets had a threat like that off the bench. Naz has cooled off a little since that award, but Jonas Valanciunas coming in ahead of Naz Reid and ahead of Drew Holiday as well, Eric. So a lot of love here for Jonas Valanciunas.
I do. This is my favorite part of these lists, is just seeing how beneficial or detrimental they view a team as. I think the Denver Nuggets were bringing guys. If memory serves, last year it was like Gary Harris or somebody left the Nuggets and just immediately, was it KCP left the Nuggets and immediately went down?
He went up.
He went up.
Or down on the list, up in terms of numbers.
So Jonas Valanciunas is just a better guy, having shunned Panathinaikos and Sacramento, eschewing those two teams and coming to the Nuggets. He became a better player. I couldn't agree with this anymore.
Okay, I'm going to give you 4 names that he's lower than, and you just give me one, if you can, that you think he should be higher than. If not, that's fine. Peacetime is fine.
Sure.
Nothing wrong with the peace.
Fine.
Here are 4 names that he is lower on this list than. Bradley Beal.
He's lower, meaning better.
Worse off.
He's worse than Bradley Beal.
He's lower on this list. These guys all come in higher on the rankings than Jonas Valanciunas did.
Okay.
Jonas coming in at 87. Number 86 is Bradley Beal. Some other names, Jaden Ivey, Tobias Harris, and Jonathan Kuminga.
Ooh, are there any of those players you would... Whoa, Norman Powell is 82?
Norman Powell is 82 as well. So you can go as
Bro,
low.
that's so low for him.
You think there's a little disrespect for Norman Powell?
Dude, he was so good last year. I thought we were the only one. Like, maybe... Hold on. Did we influence his ranking by calling him Normal Powell?
Possibly.
How powerful are we, dude?
Probably not that powerful.
Yeah, I would think probably
Norman
not.
Powell, who I guess had ultimately like a disappointing end to the season, obviously was cooking at one point. But yeah, do any of those names upset you, or are you honestly okay with where Jonas Valanciunas is?
I mean, I think I'm fine. I don't have like a fully formed opinion on Jonas Valanciunas, except for I'm excited by the idea that he's coming. I've always liked him as a player. I like his tattooed rosary. I think that's like, honestly, like as the kids say, kind of hard. I think it's a little hard.
They say it just like that too. The
Hard R
cadence and everything. I think it's kind of hard.
A hard R hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. They're like, dude, that's so hard. Anyway, I think so, but I'm very excited. I'm very intrigued again, like just based off the fact that he is a player that has caught my eye, not just because he looks exactly like Travis Kelce, not because of that hard tattoo, but like I just kind of like his style, dude. I like his
He has a sick beard while we're talking style.
dude,
I'll
he's
get that out of the way.
he's like low key like a stunner.
Oh wow!
He's
Here we
kind
go.
of a hot dude.
Male form corner. I knew we'd get here. I didn't prompt it.
Do you
It wasn't
think
in the
though?
notes, but I should have put them there.
He's got an angular, like he's got kind of a Greek. Like I understand why the Greeks wanted him. He's got like that Greek statue look to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. Not the analysis I was expecting, but I will say it should have been. It should have been. Here's what I think: if Jonas Valanciunas comes in at 87, if he ends up in reality and truth being the 87th best player in the NBA, the Denver Nuggets are absolutely the biggest threat to the Thunder to
No
win
question.
a title.
I mean, come on.
If he is the 87th best player in the NBA, they're cooking.
Are you intrigued by the Twin Tower potential lineup with him like I am? I mean, Adam seems to dismiss it like summarily, but like I see it as, if not even as an offensive deployment, as a counter to what teams do against
Some
Jokic.
teams are doing it
a lot. I mean, that's more and more. That's what teams are doing. Like,
I would say I'm more curious about it than I am excited. So intrigue is the good word.
Yeah,
I would like to
agree.
see it, but I don't have high expectations for it because of how it would compromise you defensively. You could go zone. Again, to your point, if this is just a limited look you deploy now and then to change things up, to throw Houston off their game or
Dude, it's
Minnesota
so
off their
weird.
game.
Like the new style of basketball that mostly comes from Europe. It's just the spread offense. Everybody 5 out. Everyone can shoot. It's wild to me that they essentially are just neutralizing these giants, these guys that you look at and you're like, oh, you're a basketball player.
Right.
And the fact that they're like just inherently not as fleet of foot, especially with like side to side motion,
As
they
the game
constantly,
goes on.
well, yeah, because they just immediately scheme to get a guard on one of these
Right.
big guys. They get them on an island and cook them. It's like, it seems like there is another counter out there that you should be able to win a game with a guy that can like touch the rim with his hands. You know what I mean?
You would think. And now also to the point you were just making prior, there's a bit of a comeback trend. Teams are trying it. Teams are trying, what if we throw 2 big guys out there and grab every rebound? But yeah, I mean, it's just, if you were that tall, you were a player 10,
That's it.
15 years ago. And now it's, can you play defense?
Can you play defense? Can you play defense against Trae Young?
Right. And everyone on the floor can shoot. And, teams will do this with Jokic, but other centers too. Teams will often say like, oh man, they were attacking that guy. Like, no, they were running a high pick and roll.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
totally.
Like, which you'll see in any game.
Right. Which, because it's
They drew the center out away
because
from the
it was
basket. Yeah,
the center.
That's what you should do in the modern game. And so they're all somewhat suspect to it. A guy who's not suspect to it, Bam Adebayo, then also struggles when he has to go against a proper giant in Jokic. So there's give and take everywhere.
I know.
But it does seem like there's some momentum for, like, are we sure there's not more utility in throwing size out there? Houston's tried it. Minnesota's tried it.
I mean, it doesn't work in the paradigm that we're discussing, but it feels like there is, like, it just seems like you play more zone. The guys like stay deep. It obviously works better in Eurobasket, although because there's no 3-second violation. But having a guy just like essentially your two big guys flanking the paint down low to protect deep, and then you have got, I don't know. To me, it's just like when people talk in absolutes about what works and what doesn't work, it's always just a reflection of the current state of basketball, which is constantly in flux.
Always snapping and then snapping
back.
Man.
It's this like there's some thought, like Adam will talk about how, maybe the problem in people's eyes is that baseball as a sport has been essentially, or in many ways has been solved through the numbers, right? There's a specific way you have to play. Now everybody plays it. And like, that's just the prevalent strategy. That's what you do. I don't get that sense in basketball. I don't feel like basketball has been solved. Like, I think that there's still counters and I don't think it can ever be solved.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good, the Boston Celtics were a team that kind of pushed what I think the Houston Rockets had brought to the table and initially scared people about the analytic approach of like all shots at the rim and from the perimeter or free throw hunting. Of course, that team didn't win. Then Boston takes that approach and just mows through the NBA.
Mows through.
And there is a little bit of like, man, is it just as simple as take that many threes? But before the injury, that approach was getting them in trouble in that series against the Knicks.
That's the thing.
And so like they were different than the Nuggets who had won it, who were different than, the Thunder who just won it. So yeah, we might be trying to identify lasting trends year to year at a time when the league is maybe a bit more elastic and malleable than that.
We're going to have to bring this guy on. His name on Twitter is @TheJman. And when I was posing this question last year, like, all right, is the math problem really the math problem? Is it more advantageous to shoot a bunch of threes, which you shoot a lower percentage, versus mid-range and like guaranteeing you can score 2 almost every time?
That is what all the analytic departments are seeking to do, of course. But there's just what you can't account for are like remember the Houston Rockets lost because I think they missed like 17 straight threes.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like you get shook shooting threes.
I think it was a problem for the Celtics in crunch time against the Knicks. They blew some of those leads. But at the same time, that approach also yielded them a title. So to the point you were making, it's like in the past, sometimes you'd see a team win and it'd be like, maybe that's the way the league will be for 2, 3, 4 years.
It's just going to be nonstop bombing from 3.
And I don't know. Right now, it just seems to be like right now it's depth and youth is what we've all decided matters a lot.
And mid ranges. I mean, that's what SGA takes almost exclusively.
And with a elite defense.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons they won, but my point being is like, if that team fails to go back to back and some other team wins, does this conversation switch up again? And the league might be, there might be that much parity right now, I guess is the point. And that the power landscape, the ecosystem is that fragile.
Yeah. And that, I mean, Ideas Man is always going to pop in with some sort of new wrinkle. Like it's going to change, the hand checking, no hand checking, calling, the rip through, like they're going to make changes, more and more changes. So I'm interested to see it because yes, right now you can look in certain instances and say Jonas Valanciunas can be a liability on defense. But to me that like at its core sounds crazy. He's a huge guy and can defend the rim with really big arms. So
no, I mean, listen, the Nuggets who were compromised defensively all year long, we thought maybe it's scheme, maybe it's personnel, maybe it's both. And then in the end, they went zone a lot in the playoffs and they looked pretty good. So to your point, we'll find out. In the meantime, what we know is the Nuggets do have a guy who on paper should be a pretty decent option at backup 5. In fact, the national...
Bro, I cannot wait to see these guys.
The national mind at ESPN.
Oh yeah, dude. The Hive.
They think he's the 87th best player in basketball. Chat, do you agree? Should he be higher? Should it be lower? Do you feel good about it? You think about it.
I love it.
We'll be back.
Dude, I hope somebody is like super indignant having never seen him play for the Nuggets.
Yeah. Could happen.
It should happen.
Game time.
Let's go.
You get $20 off your first purchase with code DNVR. Terms apply. What are you purchasing? Tickets. The best price tickets at the last second to the best events in town. That could be a sporting event, comedy, concerts. I've used Game Time to go myself, to take my friends who are visiting, my family. And it's that dynamic of some people just kind of realize they're not going to make it to the game tonight. Those season ticket holders who go all the time, you maybe realize at the last second you and your friends want to go see a football game, a Rockies game, whatever it is. You can do that with Game Time, and they have the best prices there. In fact, the prices get better the closer it gets to Game Time. That's the whole idea. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. You want to go see your Broncos? Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DNVR for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DNVR for $20 off. Tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Download it right now.
Yeah.
What's the next football game?
Sunday, believe it or not.
Okay, cool.
Just kidding. Monday. Monday.
Download Game Time, and maybe you get some great seats.
I feel like I'm
Or are they on the road on Monday? Whatever.
No, they're here.
We're
They're
complicating it. Okay, great.
See you at the tailgate.
Okay, we're going to move to the next read now. Speaking of the tailgate, how about Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR?
Dude, do you think we'll have our Toyota truck there?
I do.
Our Toyota,
I do.
do you think do we know for sure, is Spencer still living in that thing or no?
I think they told him he can't live there.
Okay. Well, that's not that in to answer my question.
That's all I know.
Okay.
I don't know if he's living in it or not. He is driving it to the tailgates where you can see it plastered with DNVR decals. Because again,
Love it.
There are partners, there are friends. Toyota's the official vehicle.
They are us and we are them.
Of DNVR. They sell a lot of different types of automobiles, from trucks to low and zero emission vehicles. In fact, they offer more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker, giving you, the customer, numerous choices to reduce your carbon footprint. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. This is my tongue twister every day. AutoNation Toyota Arapahoe in Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
Dang,
Don't
dude.
go anywhere yet, though.
Good job. Good. You know, my daily tongue twister is she sells seashells by the seashore. Daily, every day.
Every day. And what's crazy, it just comes up for you organically in conversation.
Every day.
It's not even something you
Dude,
plan.
every day. It's wild.
All right, well, before the break, we were
Rodney
talking
McHale.
about all those players hired.
New member of the supporters club.
Oh, let's go. Who is
Rodney
it?
McCall.
Rodney McCall.
Let's go.
Roll McCall.
Let's go.
Roll
Yeah,
McCall.
Roll McCall. Roll McCall. Our guy. Okay,
That's
sorry.
awesome.
Go.
No, that's okay. I just completely.
Oh, I just derailed the show completely.
Oh, no, I just did the thing where you completely close the notes.
Oh, yeah, that's sick.
But as we pull them back up,
Well,
think
we're
I
just
know off
talking
the top
about
of my head.
who else is on this list, right? Where do they land?
Yes, there is another Nugget that is ahead of Jonas Valanciunas in this list. In fact, he's 20 spots ahead. Coming in at number 67, the newest Denver Nugget, Cameron Johnson, unranked in last year's NBA rank, coming in
Who
at
the hell's Cameron Johnson?
coming in at 67. They don't know.
Cam John.
That's right, Cam John. Cam John. And playing with Jokic, they think is really going to bump him up here from an unranked player to
He was unranked.
in their rankings last year.
Yo,
yeah,
that's actually
unranked,
wild. The
according
fact
to
that he was unranked last year. This is a good player. Holy cow. Man, that's a massive Jokic bump.
That's a massive Jokic bump.
Yo, that's almost 40 Jokic points.
And I guess, when you're sort of a top option on a feudal effort in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
it's
but
like you're out
still.
of sight, out of mind, I suppose. But yeah, this is the point you were making. Sometimes a change of scenery.
I
And
love it. They're just a better player, just like that.
And he is, allegedly on paper, you'd like to think a plug and play type of guy.
I love Cam John on paper. I love him.
And that type of a player just sliding in alongside Jokic.
This
Obviously, everyone's excited about this fit, Eric.
it is hilarious. Did he get this much better as a player? Probably not. But
No, he probably did not. No.
his fit feels at this moment in time to be so perfect, like to get, I mean, we don't know if he is an upgrade on Michael Porter Jr., who is a generational talent that was unfortunately hampered by things outside of his control. Should have been the number one overall pick, probably would have been a player of legend in the NBA if he was able to go through his life without suffering the setbacks. Just like, if you ever see that guy in real life, like he is built like, I mean, it's just talking about seeing Jonas Valanciunas, like, oh, that's a basketball player. Like you see Mike, you're like, oh my God, what? Like,
And then the jump shot. And
yeah, dude, like we're both humans, huh? Both of us.
The Nuggets got a different version than that.
That being said, yes, my point there, you didn't want me to get too deep into describing Mike's physique,
I felt like
You were pushing me along?
I felt like another mail form corner was coming. Yeah.
Did we ever leave mail form corner officially?
You know, who am I to squash it?
What are you doing, dude?
Go,
anyway,
you're a
we
peacock. I gotta let you fly.
Thanks, bro. They don't fly. They don't even fly. They just spread their wings. Okay. Mike was a great fit, obviously, but there was some downsides. It seems like Cam John is literally exactly what Mike brought, but healthy and younger and better. And like the fit just feels like, I mean, I don't know, man. You can really gas yourself up this time of year, but like I cannot be more excited. And I would be extremely surprised if come next year, if things go the way that I think they're going to go, that Cam John isn't like in the top 40.
Wow. Top 40. That would be a huge
I mean, where was
jump.
Mike? Where was Mike last year?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Mike because Mike is a player that Cam Johnson came in ranked higher than this year. Porter is at 70 on this year's list. I'm not sure where he was.
Where was he last year?
Actually, let me pull that back up. 89.
Okay. All right. Okay. So they basically just, okay.
And the major premise here is about to learn a lot about who he is without Jokic, as opposed to Cam, where it's about to expect him to make a leap with Jokic. Other guys that Cam comes in higher than: Tyler Hero, Josh Hart, Kobe White. Some names that he's lower than: Denny Avdia, Aaron Naismith, who made a name for himself.
He was
excellent in the postseason.
Oh, I see. Peacocks can fly, but like for short distances. They don't like migrate. Very good.
And now we're just doing The Other Guys, which was my intention. Everyone go watch The Other Guys. Great movie. Denny Avdia, Aaron Naismith, Lou Dort comes in higher than Cam Johnson as well, riding that championship bump. Any of those names bug you, Eric?
No. I again, like we're talking like theoretical players from the Denver Nuggets. So I honestly think that respect is being shown in both cases, but I really do think that what I anticipate Cam Johnson meaning to this team, like I really do think by year's end, we'll talk about him as being the third best Nugget, which is insane to consider with Aaron Gordon.
Right. And here he is coming in at 67. So let's use that as a segue, Eric, because if Jonas is here at 87, Cam John, who you're high on, isn't at 67, kind of looks like Christian Brown got squeezed. Or did he? Coming in at number 62, higher than Cameron Johnson. Christian Brown, unranked last year, of course.
Dang.
Big time most improved player type of season, did not win the award, but was, I believe, one of the finalists, or at least in the conversation, as we like to say on the program. And he comes in at 62 after a monster year in transition, a bump of sorts as a three-point shooter. Of course, we know it has yet to translate to the playoffs. But Denver's transition, rim running, defensive-oriented demon, Eric, 62 on this list. And let's not wait. Look at that name right below him there, ahead of him technically.
I know.
They've got him one spot behind Zion Williamson.
Who's 60 places off of his draft position.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
That's crazy. So we don't know who had the biggest movement from last season to this season. They don't give that kind of information, right?
We're just going from unranked, some of them, to ranked.
I wonder if this is the biggest jump.
It might be, right? From just out of the top 100 altogether to 62.
I'm curious if anybody has gone from unranked to higher than 62.
They're probably, it'll tell us on that list if we looked at the whole thing. But yeah, just focusing on the Nuggets, a monster leap.
I mean, you want to talk about most improved. Like that shows that people agree with that notion, as we do, as anyone would have to, like that. Christian Brown made a leap. He made a very sizable leap, a very real leap last year. Where do you think his ceiling is? You think you think he's ever a top 50 player?
Maybe. Yeah. I think he could be a top 50 player if he puts it all together. Like if he actually becomes an all NBA type defensive guy who's really good around the rim. I could think he could become one of those guys you think of as, Alex Caruso, or the highest end of that, like Drew Holiday, I suppose. I think that's possibly in his future. I'm not as bullish on his offensive ceiling as I think our guy Harrison is.
Yeah, I kind of think he might be
close
at
to it,
or very near his offensive ceiling. But I'll tell you, man, I cannot believe how well he was finishing last year. Like the story, as we get closer and closer to the season, we're going to start thinking more and more about the actual basketball that took place last year. I mean, we're kind of in we're an on paper season. We're kind of like mixing how we feel with what we think. Looking back though, like the finishing that guy just, especially if you compare it to like Peyton Watson, unfortunately, who like for whatever reason could not get the ball in the basket on a fast break. Christian Braun finished everything, like super acrobatic stuff.
Which interestingly enough, Eric, Christian Braun struggled a bit at the rim the year before.
Yes.
He left a lot at the rim. And then he made this monster leap. So it would not only is there precedent for Peyton Watson making that leap, it's his guy, Christian Braun, just across the locker room. Maybe Peyton can make that kind of leap as well. But what a monster leap for Christian in that category to make himself such a useful player offensively. And I mean, some of the names he's higher than Cam Johnson, which is crazy, actually, I think, but respect to both fellas. Higher than Neesmith and Dort, like we mentioned. How about this, Eric? Just some insight into what they're valuing here. They have him ranked higher than LaMelo Ball.
Whoa, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, like, and I know there's a very easy argument to be made about what kind of a winning player is LaMelo Ball. Did he develop into one in Charlotte? No, fine. But the package of talent, right? For Christian Braun to be coming in higher than LaMelo Ball, that's a real endorsement from whoever put this ranking.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, LaMelo Ball is like the ultimate millennial like hero, like just like
right.
He's like he just plays a brand of candy coated basketball that like will never win. And this is like saying, because that's like ultimate.
He's going to be the first player to live stream while he plays on an NBA game.
Oh, for sure. On the bench, like being like, hey, yo, Chad, what coach is tripping?
Listen, Chad, saying LaMelo isn't good. Like, I don't. How much of a winning player is he? I think is a very real.
He's
very talented. He's very, very talented.
But if you want to talk about the ultimate like distinction between a hooper and a basketball player, Christian Braun and LaMelo Ball.
That's why I thought this juxtaposition was interesting. That they, for all the talent, but it's losing basketball versus what this guy contributes. To
winning. I mean, that dude. Whenever he hangs him up, is going to just be remembered as like this guy's a winner. He's just a winner.
It's awesome to see him get some love here. Lower than, I honestly think, a fair crop of guys. Zion Williamson, Austin Reeves is maybe the one you could argue. Jalen Suggs, which is another kind of interesting, maybe aspiration target for Christian. Aspiration, not the company. And Trey Murphy III as well, who obviously impressed us as Nuggets fans.
Planting trees out there.
Just planting trees. Just planting seeds.
Just planting seeds, man. What's wrong with that?
So what's crazy here, Eric, is as Jonas Valanciunas, bad inefficient basketball. I get it. Yeah, we're agreeing.
We agree. I mean, we don't want him.
But it's just notable that they rightfully, I think, value this ahead of that. Eric, so if we take this and make some inferences, my friend, sure. Jonas Valanciunas off the bench, Cam Johnson, Christian Braun, in theory, the two low-end starters in Denver's lineup. I'm thinking Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, and Jokic are going to crack that top 50 when it comes out. And by thinking, I mean, I know. So this means, Eric, 6 Denver Nuggets will finish in the top 100. And do these lists matter much? Do they mean much? No, but it brings me to this point. In summary of what we talked about yesterday with that survey and today with this ranking, there are high expectations for the Denver Nuggets this season.
Yes, there are, and there should be. We are in the golden era. This is every year should be considered part of Nikola Jokic's quest to prove that he's the greatest basketball player to ever play basketball, and part of that is based off of the accolades and the awards and the championships and the trophy and the hardware, all the things that you need to accumulate to when it comes down to when people have the conversation, who's the GOAT? Like you have like 6 or 7 elevator pitch items, 7 times, 3, like he won 6 rings. I mean, it really, in many people's eyes, gets boiled down to simply the rings, and we all feel a certain way as to what his true ceiling is, but as high and as crazy as we can get with it, I don't think anybody on earth quite knows what his ceiling is. I don't think Nikola Jokic quite knows what his ceiling is. It really, frankly, is up to him a lot. And there are things, a lot of it outside of his capability, outside of his influence. Like his team has to be good around him. You know, like we saw with Serbia. It's like, bro, he can't he literally can't do it all. He cannot start the offense, initiate the offense, be like somebody's got to get the ball to him at a certain point.
100%. And it looks like in theory, they've loaded up with the right kind of ammunition to come back and bring a lot of firepower to the table around Jokic. High expectations though. And I just, the Denver Nuggets, we've talked about them as a team that likes being underdogs. I think Adam kind of tried to soft tease them as underdogs this year. I just respectfully disagree on that one. I think the expectations are in and they're high. And I don't think the Nuggets are going to, whatever the hunted conversation is, they have to embrace whatever they didn't embrace in 2024.
Yeah.
Which is they may not be the absolute favorites, and that will be the Thunder, rightfully so. But people think they're the team that can challenge them, and they need to carry themselves that way. Move like favorites, blow teams out, be unbeatable at home, beat the Timberwolves.
I know.
Obviously, attention to detail and all that stuff will still matter, but carry yourselves like you did in
dude.
23.
Like have a swagger about you.
Have a swagger
just
about
like
you.
act like you're the guys because you are the guys.
Exactly, or you should be.
You're not. This is not fake it till you make it. This is like
you should be good enough with this team.
Yeah, dude. This is like just like let people. I mean, if we want to go back to again a dark period of my life where I got screamed at the basketball team to change their avatar. Like this is it doesn't matter except for it matters. Like this stuff, it's like, yo, act like you're the guys. Like
I couldn't
act
agree
like
more.
You're the guys, man. You're the guy. You are the guys.
These two guys will have more to say.
We're gonna act like guys,
on
dude.
the other side of the break.
Mail form corner, just like guys do.
Just letting it rip. Just letting it. A full bosses away kind of show.
The one boss is here though, and he's the naughty one.
Gold Crown Foundation. It's like this is like where the ad partners go. How did they do? And that's the first that audio trickles in.
The way we do is we check the first 5 seconds and you're fired.
No. This is the official start. Have you heard of Gold Crown Foundation? Sure you have. In fact, if you grew up playing basketball in Colorado, chances are you played in the Gold Crown competitive basketball league that's still running to this day. Today's league looks like this. Divisions. For 4th through 8th grade teams, they have feeder teams like gold, silver, and bronze. Club teams separated by elite and open teams, and a lot of space to play. Not only will you get to play in high school gyms, but also at the Gold Crown Fieldhouse, high energy, 6 courts. Every hooper knows. You don't want to have like the UC Health practice facility. You want a bigger facility than that to really. If you want to get better at basketball, you want to really
your goal.
Multiple courts, lots of space. Now's the time to find a team in your area for yourself, for your kids. Tryout pages are on their website or check with your local school. Learn more and sign up by scanning the QR code on our screen or by visiting goldcrownfoundation.com. The Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers are proud to be the official sponsor of Denver sports fans.
It's cool.
When life calls an audible, you need a team that won't back down and is ready to take your treatment head on. And that's what they do. They rally around you with the same passion, pride, and relentless spirit that you, the fans, bring to every game day. You show up for your team, loud, loyal, and all in. This is the team that shows up for you. By the way, it's Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
Yep. Shout Vic Lombardi.
Shout out. Look, awareness in this particular category is really important because it's more common than you think, affecting 1 in 8 men, but it's also highly treatable when caught early. So here's the deal. If you're 50 or older, or younger with a family history, go get screened. Then be a good teammate. Check in on your buddies. Make sure they're doing the same thing. Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers, your courage, our expertise. Head to RockyMountainCancerCenters.com to learn more.
Yeah, man, that's I love when we get to put our support behind things that are really important in life. That being one.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Now let's talk about things that are super
now let's
important.
Now let's get real important.
Let's get to what's really important, like this either or segment that I put together.
I choose or.
This is one of those
OG graph.
An OG.
Vote. No one chose him.
As I was prepping this is one of those segments where you're like, do I know how this works? Like the blah, 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 or we're going to find out together.
We're going to find, there's nothing. I'll say this, I don't know what you're about to put out, but a game that doesn't work, always better than one that does.
Yeah. Well, have no fear. There's no way I got this right. Okay, here we go. Your first choice, Eric Wedum, should you accept it. You also don't have a choice. Nuggets sweep the Wolves in the regular season, but they finish with the 4 seed. Or The Nuggets get swept by the Wolves in the regular season again, but they finish with the 1 seed.
Oh my God, dude.
Right off the bat. Pow, pow, pow.
Yo. What?
Chat, play along, please, as well.
Hold on. Oh, dang.
Nuggets sweep the Wolves in the regular season, but they finish with the 4 seed, or get swept by the Wolves again, but they finish with the 1 seed.
Can I just like eat a bug or whatever? Like
Nope,
whatever.
you cannot.
Okay.
Not bad with chocolate on it. You ever do the Science Museum field trip as a kid? No.
No.
Well, that even wasn't a museum. It was a guy on the street.
I think I got to take the 1 seed, man, but I hate this. What if we beat them in the playoffs?
Conversely,
jeez.
Flip side, we have talked a lot about maybe seeding doesn't matter as much as matchups.
Home court matters. Home court matters.
You still technically have home court, although of course you're the 4 seed, but you would technically have home court in the first round. And I think I got to take the
1 seed, but like, I hate these Wolves. Where we are in the, I guess the spectrum of rivalry with the Wolves is like right now it's kind of funny. You know, you're like, we can't beat them. Nuts. But like, if we don't beat them next year, like I'm going to get mad, like real mad.
That's what I'm saying. Now, Chet says
this is why
Chet says the 1 seed's the easy answer. Oh, here comes Pastor Rhett, 4 seed easily.
Oh, God.
Finally, a little bit of
like zagging. The last thing you want in the sports world is no ammunition against an invading force. When they say things like, hey, you planning on beating us anytime soon? And you just be like, no, I don't. We don't know how to beat you. You're our daddy. This sucks. I don't want that. Yeah. So, but I want the one. You're an evil genius.
I know this one's just mean. See, and a good point from Wince.0. If Wolves are the 4 or 5 seed matchup with the Nuggets based off the sweeping.
Jeebus. Yeah, we need them more fully fleshed out. What temperature is it outside?
Yeah. What month is it? Yeah. Also, how bad is the impending climate crisis?
Is my family talking to me during this time?
Well, obviously not.
Okay.
Don't ask.
Go me 1 seed then. I'm going to need.
Going with the 1 seed. All right, I've got another one for you. I don't know if this one's as good, but it is technically an answer. Jamal Murray makes an all-star team. Significant bump. Year of Jamal Murray. Mm-hmm. But the non-Jokic minutes are still bad. Or the best non-Jokic minutes, the best bench in the Jokic era. But Jamal Murray has the exact same season.
You got to take that one.
You think so?
You got to take that one. That is he was as good as he is always last year. If they would have had a better bench, they would have kept going.
I think you nailed it.
It's just, I mean, I want the year of Jamal Murray. It sounds really fun, but this team is not built around Jamal Murray. Like Jamal Murray is like the best weapon they have theoretically, but like it's built around Nikola Jokic. And if Nikola Jokic goes off and everything just falls to hell, and every time he gets back onto the floor, he's down 10 points more than he was, or he was up 10 and now he's down 6, whatever. Like that sucks. So I'll take that, like whatever. And then every day somebody in the chat will be like, you're Jamal Murray. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I chose a fanciful, theoretical decision that Vogt gave me in the preseason because I want that, whatever.
This is why Adam playing shows a lot of power.
I know,
dude.
You get to play. Do you God see how you're melting me with everyone? I'm just like melting as a guy.
I think in 2024, the answer was maybe the Jamal thing. Because I think if Jamal was that guy as he was in 23 again, they win in 24.
Oh, but what if...
But now I think you're right. Now I think it's the depth that they didn't have.
Oh, what if he's so... But what if he's good?
Apparently, I'm slowly moving out of the shot. That's the production.
just sleeking out. And it's just me raging about the questions you're asking. Just turning beet red and just screaming at no one next to me.
Was that going on the whole time? Was that just slowly getting worse?
It really was like an inch every 5 minutes the whole show.
Just tectonics over here. Remarkable. Well, I just think to me, I take that personally. That's you just like slowly wanting to get further and further away from me. Fine, whatever.
Fine.
I don't care.
I think you gave the right answer to this one.
Will you get closer to me now, then?
No. Let's do 2 more, and then we'll finish up with a little Pictionary. This one is, I know you're a Julian Strother guy.
Yeah, Juice Straw.
Okay. Peyton Watson makes a leap, but Bruce Brown falls out of the rotation. Shock, horror, gasps. Or your man, Julian Strother makes a leap, makes the rotation. Jonas Valanciunas is a bit of a disappointment.
I think I would pick P-Watt.
P-Watt, but Bruce falls out. I think they can survive the Bruce part of it.
I think that the Julian Strother thing is also like that falls under the category of nice to have. I mean, it's like important to have for the long-term outlook of this team, but it's nice to have in this current context. Like we're not counting on him. You know, we have Tim Hardaway, we have like other guys that can maybe do what he does, but Peyton Watson's ascent, I think, is the most important thing that can happen to the Denver Nuggets between now and the season. Like him becoming the defensive stalwart that we know that he can be, and having like a reasonably reliable shot, which he's under like very sneaky, had a great stretch down the stretch where he was hitting big three after big three after big three.
He didn't. He shot well from the corners.
He shot very well. And like he was like in the playoffs, to my memory, the guy I felt most comfortable with. I think in the playoffs threes.
It fell off a bit, but to your point, like a guy you don't expect to hit threes, his corner three numbers in the regular season were good. Yeah, and he hit a couple big ones. I do remember he hit some big ones.
More than a few. So I think if he can continue, I think that would be massive. Absolutely massive.
I agree. And on the other side of it, I also I look at Big Val as the piece. If I could only pick one, I want him to hit.
Oh, really?
Pieces on the bench.
My feeling is like maybe Deron Holmes. We actually have a bunch of guys that can. Spencer Jones. I mean, there's guys that can like potentially. You can cobble together. You can moneyball a center. I don't disagree with you though.
To me, the potential of them being able to play non-Jokic minutes and not be crying the whole time.
Yeah.
Is
what about me? Am I crying?
Well, probably not, right? If they're playing well in the non-Jokic minutes.
How was my week?
To me, that's the chance. That's the way that this team is so much different than teams of the past, personally. Okay, one last one for you, and then there you go. Aaron Sanchez agrees. Having Val not work would be horrible.
I know, dude. Ray says it perfectly in the chat. The hankering for hoops is up, dude. I've got, after a exquisitely disappointing football weekend, I'm starting to hanker. You know what else is hankering? This segment. Let's ditch the last one. It's not that good. I feel like I had three good ones. Oh, this one isn't
not good. I don't want to push it. You know
okay,
what I mean?
I've got an either or for you.
Okay, go.
Okay, Adam dies horrifically in front of you.
Come on.
Well, this is an either or.
Okay,
or or we have a pizza lunch. Which should you choose?
Oh man, that's tough.
Pick one.
Here's the thing.
But the thing is that you're allergic to cheese.
I was going to make the same.
This is actually more difficult than you think. This is more difficult than you think, dude.
Yeah.
What's he going to pick?
That would put me in a lot of. That would put me in a lot of discomfort.
Which one? The second one. I think we're all going number one, right?
No,
God, come on, dude.
Adam, I would eat cheese pizza to keep you alive, buddy. I would do that.
Dang, what a guy, dude. He'd pick cheese off.
I am about my friends, as that exercise clearly highlights. Al saying, if Jonas Valanciunas doesn't hit, I'm cartwheeling into incoming traffic. Both works, right? Incoming, on.
Well, here's the thing: is that out in front of the DNVR bar, they're putting together a unfettered high-speed bus lane. Never a better opportunity for cartwheeling into an expected.
That's true.
You know,
Dwayne actually thinks that for team morale, the pizza lunch is probably better.
Okay, well, I mean, I would have taken the other one, but that's me. I'm different that way.
Okay, Eric, this brings us to the final 15 minutes of our time together hosting this show without any outside interference whatsoever. And what a waste it would be to do 2 solo shows with D-Line and not tap into his artistic genius. And what better way to display his artistic genius than a live game of Pictionary on the internet?
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to play against super producer Kale. Eric is going to draw stuff. We got to guess first, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah. So I'll just draw Denver. Okay, so the clue is the Denver Nuggets.
Okay, all right. Okay? That narrows things down.
Don't lose sight of the category, which again is the Denver Nuggets.
Podcast listeners, this is a YouTube segment. Sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, ready. First and foremost, ready, guys?
We're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay, so again,
we can chime in at any time.
Yeah. Anytime.
If we get one wrong, if we get an answer wrong, are we out?
No, you just didn't get the points.
All right, I just figured we should unnecessarily
here goes.
complicate it. Denver Nuggets jeans.
Yes, it's the Denver Nuggets.
Wow, that was really impressive.
I don't know if you guys know, because I searched it recently, when Dev dressed up as that guy for Halloween.
Yeah, it was for our job, his job.
Or a job. It's hard to tell the difference.
Yep.
Some aggregators picked it up. And
Yeah, they thought it was him, dude.
The actual Denver Nuggets jeans guy visits the Nuggets fans during the playoffs.
Dang, look at those Denver Nuggets jeans.
When Dev wore the Denver Nuggets jeans outfit to the parade, he was the most famous person I've ever been around.
Oh, it was disgusting. I mean, we've talked about this many times. We'll talk about it for the rest of my life. It was the most entertaining thing I've ever been party to. Dev had a literal circle of people around him. And it wasn't enough to just it wasn't enough to just take a picture. Like Dev had to keep posing. You know, he had to keep like backing it up.
If you're trying to go somewhere with Dev, take a lift, because if you walk, first and foremost,
he himself,
slowest walker you'll ever encounter in your entire life.
Yeah.
And also, he's very famous in every kind of context. So he'll just get stopped by friends, family, fans. They're like, buddy, I'm trying to get somewhere.
All right.
That's
okay. So good job.
I'm not famous.
Vogt got the first point with Denver Nuggets jeans. Great job, Vogt.
Thank you.
But even better job me with my ability to bring things to life. Okay. So again, the category is Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets.
The basketball team?
Basketball team, Denver Nuggets. Okay. Ready, and let's go.
Pickaxe.
Not the pickaxe. Is that the English flag?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a flag.
Let's see. What else can I?
The Finland basketball loss?
No.
I was thinking the same thing, Kel.
You got, okay, so let's say English.
Yeah, that's what all right.
And
Alex English. Come on.
Alex English.
Oh, I was
what a guess, dude.
I was
what
going
a guess.
way too literal.
Unbelievable.
I was like, what?
You literally had to write his name.
What a great job, Alex English, Nuggets legend.
I'm getting crushed here.
I can't believe, Kale, I also thought of the Finland loss before I thought of Alex.
Well, a lot of people would say it wasn't a great job drawing by me, but those people are haters. It looked exactly like the English flag.
I don't blame you. Chat.
There's too many European flags that have crosses on them.
But you went English right away. You went English right off the bat.
I did, and I still couldn't get it. I said it out loud.
I did. It's just, and then I was like,
that's my transplant showing.
So bad. Okay. All right. So score now. Brendan Vogt 2, Kale 0. 0. And just so you know, whatever happens, I'm using this to judge how good of a person you are and as a friend.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Okay. Again, Denver Nuggets.
While I have you guys both here, you want to go see The Long Walk tonight?
We'll see how this goes.
Oh, okay. That's why I was asking.
All right, and let's go.
Points for the chat is right. They got Alex English pretty quickly.
Basketball.
That is Jokic holding a basketball.
Sombor shuffle.
Hang on. Is that Jokic shaking a heave?
Jokic heave. Shot over Anthony Davis.
Oh, it's Dikembe.
It's Dikembe.
God.
You look like you had so much fun drawing that. Look at the smile.
Dude, he's so happy. You're not happy? Look at this.
It's an incredible moment.
Let's see.
Wow,
Here, he's on the floor. It looks just like him, I'd say.
At first, it looked like a Jokic water polo hold. Well, yeah, see, the chat's coming in with water polo.
Yeah, nice try, the chat. Way to freaking go, the chat.
No, that's a supporter member. Be nice to them.
I was going to go, no.
I would have known that, yeah.
Well,
but he got it first.
Okay, good job. So let's check the scoreboard here. How is everyone doing?
3-0. We got 10 minutes, and I have some ground to make up.
Wait, I got to do 10 minutes more of drawing.
I would say maybe 7 minutes more of.
We do have like one big super chat to hit at the end.
All right, cool. Yeah, well,
Okay. All right, listen. All right. Woo. All right. Okay.
a couple more should do. You know,
Ready for
We'll
this?
see how it goes.
Okay, ready?
Kale's got to have a chance. I think.
People in the chat, shout it out. If I hear you first, I'll make sure that you're the winner.
They're on a time delay, so
Yep, they're on a time
Good
delay.
luck beating me.
Okay, ready?
Let's do it.
Get a little shading. Oh, dude.
Christian Brown. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a facial hair joke.
Okay. What's the, okay.
It's a basketball.
Well, it's
No,
just my,
It's a dirty basketball.
Okay.
That looks like
That's a
ballerina.
hoop.
Ball arena.
Oh, I said it.
Ball arena.
I even win by accident. Unbelievable.
Ball. I put shading on it, dude.
You did.
Hold on.
Yeah, can you make it?
There we go. Now.
All right. Ballerina.
Ball arena or ball coliseum. Ballicium?
Or the Pepsi Center.
Pepsi Center? Dang, Kale, you stink.
Yeah, I'm having a real poor showing right now. This is not going well.
This is going really, really, really bad. Okay. All right. I think I've got, let's see. I've got one more.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Draw slowly.
Okay. This is Denver Nuggets.
All right.
Okay. But this is like a thing. But it's, you'll see. Okay. Whew. Okay.
Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Half court Rocky, shot.
half court shot.
We're both wrong.
Rocky half court shot. Yep.
Oh, we both got it right.
Yep. I didn't even get to draw his head. I just had to draw his little tail. You guys knew.
I want to see you finish drawing.
Yeah,
Rocky,
hold on.
though.
So do I.
On the spot. That looks like a horse. That looks like Bronco.
Dude, it's not done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It does look like a horse.
Yeah, this looks way more like Miles than it does Rocky, except for the lightning tail.
Well, why didn't you guess Miles then?
Because you started with the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a real answer to that question. Backward shot. Do we have to kind of change our expectations on the backward shot? Because there's a new Rocky, and I think he's out
bro.
as well now. I think there's a new Rocky.
I know. So here we got to talk about this.
Because it was in 2023. You could argue the peak of the real Rocky, of the original Rocky, because they won, and this backwards gimmick. It was no gimmick. It was a real source of power for Nuggets fans and the Denver Nuggets and Ball Arena. And those shots are coming nowhere close these days, man.
Nowhere close.
Nowhere close.
Yeah. So here's what I know. All right. And so take those with a grain of salt because I'm sure I have every detail wrong. Mm-hmm. From what I understand, there is litigation happening currently between that Rocky and KSC because whatever. Look it up. But I do believe, because I believe that, yes, they moved on from that Rocky because that Rocky was not able to do the thing that listen, any Rocky can throw popcorn on an opposing fan or throw pie at like a plant in the crowd. But like what, and the bare minimum is also that we expect our Rocky to be able to scale Pepsi Center during one timeout. But first and foremost, that backward shot is to say that it feeds families. It is the thing that the Denver Nuggets require from their mascot. And it's just not happening.
Yes, former Denver Nuggets mascot Drake Solomon sued KSC, Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, for wrongful termination and disability discrimination alleging that he was fired after undergoing hip replacement surgery in April 2024. There's your Rocky backstory. Yeah, that shot is toast, I think. So a fitting goodbye or a Pictionary send-off to...
obviously, we'll make this. This is obviously our new shirt. We'll be dropping it by the end of the show. It's called Differently Abled Rocky.
Perfect. There is actually one detail, Eric, that popped across my news desk, which is a social media platform.
Okay.
And I did see that according to Baxter Holmes of ESPN, he is one of their investigative journalists.
The way, Kale lost 4-1.
Can we go
Kale,
back to that?
you stink. Kale, I think that Brendan and I deserve your concession speech.
That was a really bad showing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty disappointed by it, and I am sad that I no longer get to be Eric's friend.
Yeah. Well, no, it's okay, because my friend wishes, I'll include you in them. By the way, we stand humbly corrected by a season ticket holder and friend of the show, The Boys' dad, who says the shot was being made with some regularity by the end of the season. He just had to find his rhythm, Eric.
But I think it's a new guy.
I think that was a different guy.
Yeah, and now there's another different guy.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of what I'm saying. Well, listen, we covered that news. Here's some more news from ESPN's Baxter Holmes, an investigative journalist who we know was all over a lot of the wrongdoings by former Suns ownership. And amidst a lot of lawsuits, Baxter Holmes reports,
Yes.
the Suns have amended their employee handbook to include a second section that now includes or requires the employees to essentially sign away some of their rights to sue the team.
Brother.
Now, this is a fairly standard practice in some corporate environments. It's not, they're probably not, maybe not the only NBA team to do it. I don't know. But obviously the optics on this, they're in the news for all the wrong reasons. And now the latest update is these employees being essentially, I think, strong-armed into this choice. We'll see if there's any sort of compensation for the restructuring of the contract. This is all my regurgitation of Baxter's writing and reporting. You should check it out if you're curious. But this is all to say for me, very succinctly, without saying too much, the Phoenix Suns, just not an organization I feel inclined to give a huge benefit of the doubt to right now.
Here's the thing about the Phoenix Suns is that they are now born of a very, at times, predatory industry, the home loan industry that is Matt Ishbia has built his wealth off of. And it's not always, you can frame it one way or the other. It can be used to get people into homes, but has historically been a place where you are able to take advantage of people, and then you need to make sure that they have no legal recourse to come back at you. And so I'm not at all surprised that he's going to put as many legal gates into his now basketball business as possible, coming out of, I'm sure, an incredibly litigious previous life.
Right.
But we know, dude, they have been, they're one to keep an eye on, man. There's just weird dealings afoot when it comes to the Phoenix Suns.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Weird things are afoot. And Matt Ishbia is not a guy that I trust, and I just don't. This doesn't put any kind of feeling of trust in that.
We were never big Suns guys on this show anyway. So if you're looking for benefit of the doubt, you're not going to get any here. Kayla, I hear there's a super chat we should hit.
We have a special, well, it's not quite a super chat, but a message from our guy, Josh Barnett from Down Under, saying, was going to super chat this, but doesn't seem to have the super chats available on my end. 5 years ago, yesterday, I was sitting in a maternity ward watching the Winners Lounge after the Nuggets beat the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Vogt gave me a shout out for my comment, DM'd the clip. My son was born an hour later. I'm writing this show from the same ward wearing my Jamal made a shot tee. Hashtag the year of Jamal Murray and Barnett 2.0.
Another one? Dude, nothing marks the passing of time like other people's kids. You're like,
yo, how cool is that?
First of all, congratulations, Josh.
Is there any, first off, is there any, first teamer is Josh Barnett from Down Under is working on Hall of Fame status that's to say he's a key member of this society or this community is often underselling it in a way that I can't really get behind.
Agreed. Frequent super chatter, supporter club member.
I love this.
And with us, he's one of the sickos. He's with us year round. I think he was with us earlier today.
He was, dude. Josh Barnett. I love Josh. I'm not afraid to say it. Listen, we're not in Mailform Corner anymore, right? Yeah. But I love Josh Barnett from Down Under. What these delightful characters that are now part of our whole world. 555-ish. Josh Barnett from Down Under. One of the 78 characters that Cedric is.
That's right. He's got a lot of them.
Being that day. The Oso Blanco. The boy's dad. All these people. CS. Come on, guys. It's just who's got it better than us? And the best thing is that we've all come together under the umbrella of, rooting for the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. But you know what's more important?
What's that?
The friends we made along the way.
I kind of have the basketball player slightly, but I do appreciate the friend element. You got carried away.
I got caught. That championship was so sick.
Yeah, for sure.
So sick.
I would trade you. it is genuinely so crazy that we are part of the birth of both of his
Dude,
children.
it's insane.
Like, that's
But again,
awesome.
I would-
Not
That's
too
so
big of
cool.
a part, though.
Yeah, but
No,
again, I
small part.
would block him from our community right now if it meant another championship.
100%.
Just so it's
Yeah,
clear.
I would cut all
Just
my
so
friends
it's
off
clear.
for a
Just so
second
it's
one.
clear.
We appreciate the community. Thanks for rolling with us. Look, we know it's been a long off season. We know we try
love-
really,
but yeah.
we try really hard to keep it fresh, keep it fun. It's more fun for us when you guys are in here having fun. Thanks to everyone who watched, who chatted. Make sure to like the show on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we will see you tomorrow on another episode of the DNVR Show.
Let's go.